on, everybody? Back with another video. Told you I was going to get into my little sports take. So let's go. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about the world of sports. I know mainly I'm a basketball head. So first things first, man. Shout out to the Golden State Warriors, Dub Nation. They captured their 4th title in 8 years. Big congratulations to them, especially because y'all defeated the Celtics. And that meant so much to me. As a Laker fan, with us not being in the playoffs, with us having a terrible season, seeing the Celtics not win 18 was the best moment in my season. Personally, I'm petty. I want the Draymond Green shirt that he had on in the parade. I need that shirt. If anybody can tell me where to find that Draymond Green shirt at. Matter of fact, this picture right here. This picture of Draymond with that shirt on. I need that shirt. I do. I need it. I need it as a petty Laker fan. I need that shirt. I just need it. I need it. So, big ups to Golden State, man. I managed to do something. I bounced back from 2 years of nobody thinking y'all was going to make any noise. And to see y'all was able to do it, and to see how emotional Steph Curry was when that game was over. Like they said, this title means more to them than the first one that they had and the last 2 that they won. Or the 2 that they won with KD. Especially the 2 they won with KD. Because we all know the narrative. We all know that we were saying Golden State ain't going to be nothing without KD. And now we realizing that KD ain't nothing without Golden State. That's right. I said it. You know. Oh man, I'm happy for Golden State. You know, at the end of the day, I'm happy. Like I said, Steph Curry is him and Kyrie go back and forth with being my favorite point guard. Arguably my favorite player in the game. Other than obviously LeBron, because we all know LeBron came to the Lakers and brought a title to Laker Nation, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about that a little bit later. But yeah, Kyrie and Steph, you know, they've always been more. Kyrie has been a player that I've always liked since his emergence into the league. Matter of fact, even when he was in Duke, always been a Kyrie fan. So I'm very happy to see, you know, Wardell winning his title and winning Finals MVP. You know, that one I think meant more. You know, winning the chip was one thing, but then winning that Finals MVP, that was something that he really, really cemented his legacy. Where, you know, a lot of people are putting him in the top 5, you know, top 10 players. One person has said that he's the 2nd greatest player. I ain't gonna go that far. You know, top 10 though, most definitely. But speaking of Golden State, speaking of Kevin Durant, speaking of Kyrie Irving, let's talk about it. Because I haven't talked about this, and I haven't talked. A lot of people want to know my opinion on this whole Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving trade news, madness. What's going on? Let me just say this. I don't want to hear not one person, and I'm looking in the camera when I say this, not one person better not ever tell me that Kevin Durant is better than LeBron. I don't want to hear it. I just don't. Every place that LeBron went to, with the exception of his first stint in Cleveland. But let's be honest. Was that Cleveland team? Did that Cleveland team deserve to make it to the finals that year against the Spurs when they got swept? No. But they did. Because of that man. Went to Miami. Won 2 titles. Back to Cleveland. Won a title. Came to LA. Won a title. Every location he has went to, he has delivered. A finals appearance or the chip. He's fulfilled. He's done it. Kevin Durant didn't do nothing. He made it to the finals. OKC. Then lost a 3-1 lead to Golden State. Then pulled off what a lot of people said was the weakest move in NBA history. Going to Golden State. After you had them down 3-1. After they just had a 79 and 9 record. Or 79 and 8, whatever that record was. I know the Bulls was 73 and 9. I don't know why I said 79. 73 and 9 record. Leave Golden State to go to Brooklyn. And now, after signing a 4-year extension, you want out of Brooklyn. And the destinations that you have on your wish list is Phoenix and Miami. Now, y'all know me. I'm a big Undisputed fan. Love Shannon Sharp. Love Skip Bayless. Even though Skip gets on my nerves a lot. But I respect him. I respect that he stands true to his word. He is a man. Like, he's firm in his position. And I salute him for that. Because he would die on his sword when it comes to the people that he loves. Tom Brady, the Dallas Cowboys, Michael Jordan, and Kevin Durant. He will stand firmly on his sword when it comes to them. And his Oklahoma Sooners. And Vanderbilt. Yeah. But Shannon Sharp, Unc, brings up, a valid point. When there's order and a hierarchy and a culture that is established, Kevin Durant wants to go there because all he has to do is just insert himself in that position, in that place, and just play ball. When he went to Golden State, the reason why Golden State was a perfect fit for him is because if you watched how Golden State played, they played free ball. They played free ball. That first year, Kevin Durant loved it. You could tell it was just going. But once they made that transition and Kevin Durant went to playing iso ball, you could tell that's when Golden State wasn't rocking as much. Kevin Durant leaves, goes to Brooklyn. Brooklyn has no culture. Brooklyn has no order. We see what happens. They're playing iso ball. We all know Steve Nash. We all know Steve Nash was a product of D'Antoni. We all know D'Antoni. Kevin Durant fell right into that. Kyrie fell right into that. Most recently, Gordon Dragic just talked about how that team was more individual. They cared more about individual play than they did about the team, overall team goal. And when you think about that, it's like, damn, you look at LeBron, and this is me going back and forth debating Kevin Durant, LeBron James. LeBron James goes to every system, every team. and brings this culture with him, brings this ethic with him. He's a workhorse. Not saying Kevin Durant's not a workhorse, but let's be honest. You know, LeBron, it's just, he is a leader. Certified leader. And I'm sorry, a lot of people want to sit there and say whatever they want to say about Kevin Durant. To me, Kevin Durant is top 5 offensive players. As an offensive threat, top 5. But will I start my team with Kevin Durant? Hell no. Hell to the no. I will never start my franchise with Kevin Durant. He'll be like, I had all the players in the league. I'm not starting it with Kevin Durant. I would start it with Giannis. I would start it with Bron. I would start it with Steph. I won't even start it with Kyrie if we're being honest. And Kyrie's, I just said, like, Kyrie's one of my favorite players. But I started with like a Steph, a Giannis, a Bron, you know, Dame. I'm not starting the franchise with Kevin Durant. Because he's not a leader. I need a leader. I need a person that's going to, Jimmy Butler is a dog and will hold people accountable. That's why when he was talking about, I want to go to Miami, bro, I don't know if you can deal with that Heat culture, man. I don't know if you can deal with that Heat culture. I mean, yeah, you're going to be able to get in there and search yourself and just play ball, but the boys going to hold you accountable. They will hold you accountable. And then there was some talk about doing a trade, LeBron for KD. Let me tell you something. This right here, you see it. This right here, you don't want that. Just ask Russ. You don't want to put on that purple and gold if you're not willing to hold yourself accountable. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You know. But it seems so as if, though, that Kevin Durant is not going to be leaving Brooklyn as of right now. A lot of people feel, though, as if the reason why he's not getting traded, or it's hard for people to get him traded, or it's hard for him to get that, is because Rudy Gobert got traded to the T-Wolves for, I believe it was 4 first-round picks, 4 draft picks, and players. As everyone has said, if you're going to trade Rudy Gobert, who is only a defensive player, for 4 picks and players, can you imagine what you have to trade for Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant. You gonna have to trade all your draft picks, your firstborn, France, a French poodle, and the finest of finest wine for Kevin Durant. I mean, you have to give away. You have to create an expansion team to give them to Brooklyn, because bro, it made no sense, and that's what happened. Now we have this talk of player empowerment, and you know, I know Skip Bayless is one of the ones that have been talking about it and has been saying how he feels so as if like this is a bad look for the league. A lot of people feel though as if the next collective bargain agreement is going to be the owners are going to be like, listen, we are taking back control. You know, player empowerment, which was, I believe, you know, LeBron started the player empowerment, and I get it. I completely understand it. You know, without the players, there will be no league. But there's certain things, man. That's why I respect like when players sign a 2-year deal, a 1-and-1 deal. You know, I respect that. I respect when Bron did it. You know, and because basically it's a 2-year option. You know, you can opt out after the first year. You know, and I respect that more than, you know, re-signing for X amount of money because of this, that, and the third. And I mean, we just gonna have to wait and see how that collective bargain agreement is gonna go when the time is up. I also want to talk about, you know, since we're talking about people and getting the money and all this, Dame. I was talking about Dame earlier. Dame, he signed an extension, keeping him in Portland. He's along the lines with Bradley Beal, staying in their destination, and a lot of fans are kind of a little upset about it because a lot of people would love to see Bradley Beal with a competitor, would love to see a contender, would love to see Dame with a championship caliber team. But Dame said, I'm not chasing rings. You know, I don't know if Bradley said the same thing, but me and Sai was talking about it. And I feel like this, man. Not all players in the NBA are in the NBA to win rings. Not all are set out for that goal. There are some players that are in the league to do better for their family, to do better for themselves, to bring that generational wealth that, you know, the community, the black community so much speaks so highly on, that generational wealth. And you look at somebody like Dame, if he plays out throughout his contract, they said it's like his family's going to be set for life. You know, and I know a lot of us, we want to see Dame win a chip because we want Dame to have that solidification. We want him to be solidified as one of the greats because he is a phenomenal ball player. You know, I love watching Dame play. When he plays against my Lakers, I don't know what Dame do. Dame just gets into this mode where Dame goes for blood, but you know, he does. He's a phenomenal player, man. I love Dame. Now, I want a Dame jersey, but for some reason I can't get one. They don't have the Dame jerseys, you know, which is weird, but you know, I'm a big fan of Dame. You know, Bradley Beal. You know, I'm not the biggest Bradley Beal fan. I'm not going to say he's not a good player, you know, but I just never paid that close attention to Bradley Beal. I know it's Bradley Beal and John Wall and this and the third, and you know, they are two solid players, but I was just never really gravitated towards Bradley Beal, you know. So that's not a knock on Beal. You know, I know he's a great player, but it's not a knock for me to be like, you know, he's not my cup of tea, you know. But we just got to come to that realization. Not every player wants to win a chip. Unfortunately, you know, we have this mindset that when you get in the league, man, you got to get in the league to win a title. It's kind of like a wrestling preference, you know. It's a wrestling phrase. If you're not in the WWE, if you're not into wrestling to win the world title, what are you here for? You know, and that's the same thing when it comes to the sports. If you're not in it for the Super Bowl, if you're not in it for the NBA Finals, if you're not in it to win that Larry O'Brien or that Lombardi Trophy or the Stanley Cup or the World Series championship, then what are you in it for? Some people are just really in it to take care of their family. We got to understand that. Really got to understand that. That has to be a driven point. But that's just my little quick take on sports. Wait, before I go, I was talking about the whole Kevin Durant Kyrie situation. Kyrie. Before I leave, I want to touch on my boy Kyrie. I want to discuss Kyrie Irving. And I want to discuss why I feel though as if when he comes to LA, whether it is during this season, during this off season, during this regular season, or during next off season, why I believe that move for Kyrie is going to happen, and why I think that when Kyrie signs that dotted line to be a Laker, we're going to see a different Kyrie Irving in a good way. Okay? And the reason why I say that is I just talked about it. You wear that purple and gold. It's something about wearing that purple and gold. It hits different. It's going to hit Kyrie Irving different. We all know who Kyrie Irving's big bro was. We all know who Kyrie Irving's idol was, who his mentor was. Bean. We all know that.
Who would be, like you had MJ, who would be that mentee for you?
Yeah, I have a few of them. Kyrie.
We all know how he holds a special place in his heart for Kobe. And I think that when he gets to Lakers and he looks up in the Raptors and he sees that number 8, he sees that number 24, and he's wearing that purple and gold, it's going to hit different. It's going to feel different. Kyrie going to play with a chip on his shoulder because he's playing, in a sense, to me, he's playing in honor and honoring Kobe. You know, a lot of people don't really look at it from that perspective. I haven't heard that many people talk about it from that perspective. I've been wanting Kyrie in LA even before Kobe retired. As Kobe was getting close to his retirement, I was like, someone needs to carry the torch. And to me, I felt like there was nobody else better to carry the torch than Kyrie Irving. And I was campaigning. I mean, I can pull receipts. I was campaigning for Kyrie to come to LA for the longest. And now that we possibly have this opportunity, man, I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic. I know a few Laker fans is kind of optimistic. They're kind of nervous about it. I'm not. I'm waiting for this day. You know, I just heard that Russell Westbrook apparently parted ways with his agent, and they're saying that with that being done, they're saying, like, you know, he's never requested for a trade and all types of stuff. But I feel though as if, you know, that's going to happen. I feel like we're going to trade for Kyrie, or Kyrie's going to leave, or Westbrook's going to leave, and then we're going to, you know, get Kyrie. I'm just waiting for it. You know, one of my dreams already came true with Melo being on the Lakers. I have the Melo jersey in my closet. And now I just need a Kyrie Laker jersey. Well, I need all the Kyrie Laker jerseys, not just one. I need all of them. The white, the purple, the gold, whatever city edition that they have. You know, what will be dope is if they brought back the Mamba jersey when Kyrie come. that black snake skin. I got the Mamba jersey. I got the LeBron joint. But man, that Kyrie. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's get this done, Laker Nation. Let's get this done. Palinka, you know what to do. Genie, you know what to do. Stop going to Phil Jackson and Kurt Rambis and Linda Rambis for advice. Like Shannon Sharp and them said, man, listen to what your daddy told you. You know? But, man, that was my quick little sports take. I've been going on for about 25 minutes. Look like it's going to be probably like, I'm not going to go over half hour. So, thank y'all all, man. Like I've always said, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that notification so you get more updates. So you can keep yourself up to date with more content that I'm dropping. If you like this video, like I said, hit the like button. If you want to follow more about me personally, you know, other than just here, you can follow me on Instagram, Innerchi. That's INNERCHI_52. If you want to follow the podcast page, the So in the Meantime podcast page, it is So in the Meantime _podcast. It's right down there, right there. You know. And man, I told y'all I'm coming. I told y'all I'm bringing out more content. I told y'all I'm doing more. So that's what I'm doing for y'all right now. Love y'all. Be safe out here. Can't wait for the season to start. I did pre-order NBA 2K23, even though I did not play NBA 2K22. But that's because I was in school, man. I was in school and I was tied up with a whole bunch of shit. Before I do leave, I want to talk about NBA 2K22. Y'all are... I do not like... I know I just said I pre-ordered it. It's so cheesy that y'all did that. Because you know what I'm thinking now? For 2K24, you got to do another Kobe edition. You have to now. And on top of that, you have to do Kobe moments. You had Jordan moments in 2K, what was that, 2K11? When y'all had the Jordan moments and y'all bringing back the Jordan moments again for 2K23. I believe it's the same damn moments. Who cares? I know my brother's about to watch this and he's going to probably call me and be like, what do you mean who cares? And yes, I sound like a hypocrite because I pre-ordered the Michael Jordan edition. But that's just because if y'all know anything about me, that's all I order is the collector's edition, the Michael Jordan edition, whatever premium edition of the game. I always get it. Do not ask me why. I've been doing it since... You see that locker right there? This is a locker. That's a locker right there, right? Hold on. Let's see if we can... It can't focus in it. But that's a locker right there. That locker is 2K10. Right? 2K10. I think it is 2K10. Yes. I had to make sure. That's 2K10. I got that. You know who's on the cover of 2K10? Kobe was on the cover of 2K10. So, I've gotten that. That was a locker. I remember when that came out and I had that. I was working at Sears and I came from lunch and I had that box and I had that big bitch and I was carrying it in the store. And it's like, what the hell is that? I was like, yo, it's 2K edition. It's a 2K collector's edition. And it came with this locker. This locker you can hold your video games in. And they're like, yo, are you serious? I was like, yeah. Why wouldn't I want this? And ever since, I have not got rid of that. That is a commodity. That is a vital part for me. Because it's where I keep all my games. Period. So, you know, I've gotten that, and you know me from Assassin's Creed. I get all the Assassin's Creed games, and I'm gonna talk about Assassin's Creed because Assassin's Creed is marked on the. This year is 15 years of Assassin's Creed. That's a whole nother video. That's a whole. You're gonna see my geek side come out for Assassin's Creed. But I mean, ever since the 2K10 edition, I think all the editions that I've gotten for 2K have been the collector's editions. I really do think so. So from 2K10 to 2K11 to 2K12 to 2K13, all the way, I've gotten them all. You know, I still have, matter of fact, since we're talking about Kobe editions, I have the PS4. See that? See that? PS4 version of 2K21. And then I have the PS5 version of 2K21. Okay? I have the Mamba editions of 2K21. I'm never getting rid of these two. All the other 2Ks I've gotten rid of. But these two stay with me. I've been talking for 30 minutes. I'm out. I'm sorry. Later.